I am so happy to have you here. We were talking backstage about how you've been a New Yorker your whole life, but not only are you in New York, you're very comfortable here because your father used to work in Studio 8H.
Yes, he did. My dad was a bass violinist with Arturo Toscanini and the NBC Symphony. So we used to watch the rehearsals. Oh,
yeah, it's very wonderful.
And it gave me a lot of connections because he was a staff. He also was on in the original band of The Tonight Show, the Steve Allen Tonight Show.
That's incredible.
Skitch Henderson conducting. So I got onto the Howdy Doody show.
Wow. Now, this for those, this is you were not in this photo, but this is what you were doing on the Howdy. You were one of the children.
Howdy Doody had a peanut gallery. You know, we didn't have a lot of choices in those days of shows. And I remember the theme song.
You do?
Yeah, we ready?
Yes.
It's Howdy Doody time. It's Howdy Doody time. Bob Smith and Howdy Do say howdy do to you. Let's give a rousing cheer, cause Howdy Doody's here. It's time to start the show. So kid, let's go.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, I want to say I'm impressed you remembered the lyrics, but like half of it's just his name. It was a lot of howdy doody in that.
And you know, Clarabelle the Clown,
yes,
who actually they would run a little contest. I got picked naturally because I had connections.
Yeah, of course.
And Clarabelle became Captain Kangaroo.
Oh, wow.
Bob Keeshan, yeah. And then there was Princess Summer, Fall, Winter, Spring. And there was a big scandal about her. I have to go Google it now that my memory isn't that good.
Right.
But yeah, it was.
I can't believe you're just gonna leave us with that. I think everyone should go Google that.
Princess Summer, Fall, Winter, Spring.
Oh yeah, she killed someone with her car. That was it. I'm just kidding. I don't know. You people don't know this about you. I think there's a generation that knows you fully as this wonderful comedic actress, but you began doing dramatic roles. You were in a Clint Eastwood thriller called Play Misty for Me, and other films. Did it take a long time for people to see you as somebody who could do comedy as well?
You know, I couldn't get a sitcom until I was 40 years old.
Wow.
This is true. Ellen Travolta played the mom on Joni Loves Chachi. Mm-hmm. And there was a storyline. We had done a show in Summer Stock, she and I. There was a storyline about she was the mom that stayed home with the kids, and she had this friend from high school who was the career-driven businesswoman, snotty, nasty.
Yeah.
Actually, she thought of me. And she suggested me for the part, and I got the part. And Gary Marshall produced it. From that, I got Flamingo Kid. And a whole world opened up in that area. You did a movie, didn't you do a movie with Gary?
I did do a movie with Gary Marshall. He was one of the greatest guys of all time. Just the sweetest man.
This is Gary Marshall directing.
Okay.
You know, you'll stand there, you'll think of something, you'll be funny, and he walks away.
Yeah.
Am I
right? Yeah. I want to ask, because obviously you do a lot of drinking on the show.
On the show?
Yeah, on the show. What are you actually drinking on Arrested Development?
Well, you know, if we really drank,
you would not be here. Yes.
We wouldn't be able to walk. But, you know, for martinis, it's water.
Yep.
With an olive. And for white wine, it's apple juice. It's red wine is grape juice. It's boring.
So you're very...
But in real life, I do enjoy occasionally a martini, and I know how to make a great one.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. Next time you're here, you'll have to show me. But there's something else I want to ask you to show me. The Lucille wink. Is this a teachable skill?
Oh, my God.
Can you teach me how to do it, or is it...
All right. For those... I don't know if everybody knows the Lucille wink, but it's this. And the thing is, one eye has to completely close.
Yeah. Okay.
This is not easy.
Gotcha. So okay.
It's like, you know, people that are double jointed.
Yep.
Either you can do it or you can't, but you could try.
Okay.
So let's see if you could do it.
No.
No.
No. Okay. But you didn't seem on the fence about that at all. That was a really hard no.
Yeah, it's
No, I don't think I can do it. Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I did it once on the set, and I don't know, they liked it.
Yeah.
So, they said, let's do it whenever we can.
That's a wonder. I mean, it's one of the wonderful things about that show is it seemed like it always found things that people were good at and that not only you guys liked, but the audience liked, and then it made sure to constantly reward us with it.
The writing on that show. Well, you a great writer,
it's
would know.
the best, yeah.
That writing, so specific, the characters were so...
And plots and everything tying together. And you have your role in Archer was also, Mallory was also based on Lucille a little bit, you were told.
Well, the thing about that was that I got copy. An agent sends you copy for an audition. And one agent, I have two agents. One is... They're all different now, but back then. One was a commercial agent, one was a theatrical. And the first copy I got it said, just here's the part. The second copy said, Mallory, think Jessica Walter from Arrested Development. So I called the agent and I said, well, why don't you send me the script?
Yeah.
I like it, And that's how it came about. But why would one agent take my name out of it?
Yeah. Ooh. Well, I'm just glad you didn't have that awkward moment where you auditioned and they were like, no, not that Jessica Walter. It worked out.
I've had those.
Yes, we all have had those.
Voiceover.
Hey, thank you so much for being here. It's such a pleasure to meet you.